Hi, this is Dreaming Sheep, and welcome to episode 4 of Sheep's Netty Vanilla Experience. As you can see, the Sky Island is developing. I've done the full outline. I've also done the first layer of sand and gravel. There's a little patch of gravel down this way, which I wasn't really expecting, but does make sense. And we can see our lovely Guardian monument down there. Still waiting to figure out what I'll do with it. But for today's episode, I want to just show a few little things I'm trying to figure out, because this has been a bit more tricky than I expected. The first layer is pretty simple, but building up, like I've done for the small island extension, so there's this island down here, I've recreated up here. But the problems I'm finding is where I wanted multiple layers of sand, it's quite tricky to figure out exactly where like each layer goes up. On the plus side, anything that's dirt will always be dirt going up. Anything that's sand will always have sand on it. There's no overlaps or anything. Like down on the bottom there, this block might actually be dirt with sand on top of it, but I don't want to make it that complicated on myself. So I'll figure out how I do this. What I did on this island is I actually took another contrasting block. I think I used diorite, but something like andesite might be better. And at the bottom, I sort of just went around kind of outlining where the next layer was and then transferring that up from the top. So I would have these three down the bottom there. Let's just show you quick actually. And I don't have my slimy boots on anymore. Oh no, my woolen boots are in my backpack. My fire resistant slimy ones have actually been destroyed. I will explain why in a minute. But what I was doing is this. It took quite a lot longer than I really liked. Partly because of the sort of slimy leggings I had. Because as I ran across this little bridge and then jumped, I would bounce off of this block back down to the ground. It happened a couple of times. It was a little bit frustrating, but just something to learn and play differently with. But yes, so I would outline down the bottom there and then just transfer that up here and then fill it in. Sort of seemed to work, so I might do that down this side as well. But another problem I'm going to have that I actually really want to get fixed, well not fixed, but resolved as soon as possible. Resolved doesn't sound like the right word either. Oh, great. Thank you, mouse, for double clicking. Well, I'm going to clean this up in a minute. But what I really want to do is bring some grass up here as soon as possible so I can start spreading while I'm doing other things. And since I don't have silk touch, I need to find another way. And I'm hoping chisel will do it. So this should give me a chisel and bits chisel. And if I do this correctly, I'm just going to take out that corner. And then I should be able to break this block and keep it as... Yes! Although I should probably not do it with... Oh, actually, I can just replace this with dirt, and then it's not really a problem. And I'm going to take another one just so that I've got some... like I've got another spot I can put it. So once I've done that, I should have 2 dirts and 2 little bits of chisel. And if I replace that on Whaler at the top of the screen, so up here, it should go back to Minecraft grass. That's the one. Perfect. And if I put another one down this side, I'm just going to drop it there and then replace this little bit in the corner. And there we go. We've basically silk touched some grass using a stick and a piece of cobble. So I'm happy with that, no complaints. If you're wondering what the amaranth wood log is doing over here, it's actually where that sapling would need to be planted to recreate a tree. Now I will probably transfer it up here. I don't know whether I'll keep it or if I might put a different tree there, but I'm not bothered about it being the same shape or anything. It's just going to be there for the sake of being there and transfer. Right, next up on my list of things to do is I actually really want to get some enchanting done, but I kind of want to fix this. So let me get rid of all of this and I will be back with hopefully some more updates. Actually, just a quick update. I kind of realized this could be easier to clear out than I expected. Obviously, Ore Excavator could do this, but it'll probably take out the bottom layer and I'd have to replace it. But it does have shape modes. And if you control click on the shape toggle, which I've set to V, I don't remember what the default is, but you can create your own shapes. So I just use these four at the moment, and then just hitting V toggles between them. But I should then be able to just stand down here and mine my way across. Obviously where there's torches or the blocks go across a little bit, it's not going to get to the end. But this is a lot easier than trying to do the entire area just walking around. And there we go, that actually cleaned up a lot faster than I expected it would. Thank you, Ore Excavator, for saving my life on that one. What I do want to do is just show you where I got all the dirt. I don't know if you noticed in the bottom right hand corner when I go to my dank now, I have quite a bit of dirt now, close to 20,000 blocks. And this is actually one of the main reasons I wanted to use the aroma dimension world, because I'm not a fan of just mining away at a world and destroying it. So for things like sand, I don't think there's any easy way until we get to an end portal later on, spoiler alert, to get sand or dirt without just doing a lot of digging. So I dug up all of this. Not going to lie, I did use Ore Excavator, and you can do that with just an open fist, luckily. And that was pretty much my process. I spent a good bit of time doing that. And yeah, lots of dirt. So it should be enough to finish that island, and then probably every other dirt project I ever have in the future. But, you know, at least I'm ready for it now. Another thing I've done off camera, because I do want to get onto the enchanting, as I mentioned earlier, is I got some levels. Now, thanks to my death in the previous episode, I went down to 5 levels. It could have been lower, and then I worked my way back up. So I spent a bit of time and an entire diamond sword trying to kill blue slimes from one of those like slime islands. And I now have an absolute bucket load of blue slime. There you go, like 6,574 slime balls. And there's probably a couple more in here. Yeah, there's a little bit in there, not too much. So again, slime is now probably no longer an issue, because I think you can somehow actually convert that into regular slime. Yeah, so you can just craft slime blocks and then craft those back into regular slime, so you can get green slime if you want. I need a book, and I don't think I have. I should have some leather lying around. Ooh, I did get enough leather to make the backpack thingy, the pouch, backpack pouch. So if I do that, there we go. I will show you how this works. So all you do is you grab your backpack, you pop your pouch in there and right click on it, hopefully, and there we go, you get a bigger backpack. I think you can do that 4 times to get the biggest backpack available, so I will need some more leather, unfortunately, but that shouldn't be too big a task. Now I need a little bit of not string, sugarcane to get some paper and make a book. And then if I can remember the actual recipe, I'm pretty sure it's this. I always forget this because it's not something I craft very often. And yeah, enchanting table. If you're wondering why I want this, it is because I'm going through my tools far too quickly. And that's the wrong button. And I really want to try and save a few of them without just, like, I'm on my, I think, 6th or 7th diamond pickaxe already on episode 4. Now, I have 2 options. 1, I can enchant and hopefully get unbreaking. Or 2, I can start with Tinker's Construct and craft an unbreakable pickaxe, which will take a little bit of effort, but it won't be too difficult. So I think I'm just going to go with enchanting for now so I don't progress too quickly. And as you can see, I'm going to be sneaky and just steal some books from here instead of having to craft my own. I think there is a... No, that's dailies. Is there another? Yeah, there is another library. Ooh. He looks like he could be in trouble. I have had a look. I obviously want a mending villager at some point. Come on, through the door. Thank you. A mending villager at some point. I haven't found one yet. I think it's fire protection and something else, and you're a cartographer, so you won't give me a book. Right, I will be back in a few moments. Let me just go and get some more books so I can get enough bookshelves. That will leave me with 14, so I need just one more. It's not too bad. I have found a few villages in the mining world. You can see there's those 4, so it shouldn't be a problem. But yeah, I'll catch you once I have everything set up and ready to go. Ta-da! And several hours later, I have an enchanting setup. I've been away most of the day just because it's been a bit windy where I live in the last few days, and some fence panelings in my back garden it kind of got blown over with a post that broke. So I spent most of today trying to get that fixed. While I was doing that though, I did stay AFK, which explains why my levels are so high. And that is from these lovely leggings. Oh, forgot to put those back on. They are made from lapis. It's lapis blocks to make them. I would show you a recipe, but for some reason it doesn't work. I don't understand why. Let's just do lapis. You'll see it as just lapis blocks in the legging shape, and it continuously gives you XP for doing nothing. If you just have a quick watch down here, you'll see it'll bump up in a second or two, or not. It might be random. Oh, there we go. It'll bump. So yeah, several hours of being AFK, and I've got all the levels I needed, which is magnificent. Something else you'll probably notice is the random checkered board for the bookshelves. Yeah. I started making bookshelves out of my jungle wood, not realizing that Bibliocraft... Oh, it's quark. I thought it was Bibliocraft. Adds in the jungle and birch and acacia and everything else. Various variations of sort of bookshelves. So, yeah. I decided I would make a checkered board because I didn't have enough jungle wood, and that's where we are. So I will do my enchanting on camera just because some people might like to see it, I guess. And nothing that I really want. Ooh, silk touch. Oh, do I want silk touch? I don't think I really do just yet. What could I need it for? Obviously it'll make things like storage a bit better, but long term that's not really going to be a problem. So if I put silk touch on there instead, I was kind of still hoping for some unbreaking. And I still got silk touch. I really did not want silk touch, so I might have to go and get myself another pickaxe, and I can't enchant those. I wonder if it'll stay in there. Nope, just returns to your inventory. Right, let's get these done. I don't really know if I need to enchant these. Actually, that could be handy. And fire protection. You stand protection on breaking. Okay, I will take that happily. Unbreaking is all I really want. And chest piece. Yeah, I'm not going to enchant the chest piece purely because it just gradually destroys itself as it's feeding me. So that should at least give me some more protection. I'm going to very quickly go and make another pickaxe just because I don't really like silk touch on there. The reason for that, it's great later in, like, well, it's great for modded Minecraft where you can process your items later on, but I can't really see much of an advantage in vanilla. I'm just like going through my head everything that could be silk touched, and it's oh, thanks, Mr. Sheep or cow, one of the two. Let's just get that quick. I got the unbreaking as well. Excellent. It is a sheep. Oh, just like really. But yes, I can't think of anything that I need to silk touch, because with the, if I use a furnace armor piece, I can just get smooth stone straight away. And there's probably something really obvious, so just leave a comment below for something I'd need to silk touch that I just can't think of right now. Also, while we were away, whoever was away, I've outlined the next layer for the base up here, or the sky island. And hopefully this makes more sense for what I was doing and trying to explain with the mini island. But it's just I've used andesite, granite, I always get those two confused. A granite outline where the next level goes. And in theory, I should just be able to right click. Oh, that was laggy. Uh-oh. One nice thing about being above an island, you can just fall down into water and it's not the end of the world. So let's just get rid of that because I don't need it anymore. And if we come back up, I should be able to put some sand down here. That is covered. Wow, that covered a much bigger space than I expected. Some more of that. And then there's just a couple of spots I'll need to go around and fill in manually, really. Which shouldn't take too long. Oh, I've dug out a hole over here where the lava hole is, and one down this side, which I dug all the way through. And that is a little cave system down there. So what I might do is I'll build like the bottom of an island somehow, so how that curves down, and maybe form some sort of tunnel there. Although I don't know what I'll use it for, just something I might do. So this is nearly finished. There's gravel in this corner. That is my mouse double clicking, and I have no idea why it does it. It seems to do it quite a lot. Ooh, I didn't think of this. It's a habit. It's not really a habit, but something I have to put up with various different mouses over time. And it tends to be towards the end of their life, but this one's actually fairly new. I only bought it about 3 months ago. So I'm really surprised it's happening. I'm pretty confident it's not me double clicking and not realizing. So I might have to look at another mouse. And yeah, this extended out as well. I might need to make my edges a little bit more solid as opposed to just diagonal. That should help resolve that problem. If I can remember everywhere, that's that one. So yeah, I will carry on doing this. I want to do, I think there's 5 or 6 more layers until I get to the top of the islands. So it shouldn't take too long. It's going to be a couple of days maybe. Not a couple of days, a couple of hours. And I should be good to go. Ooh, I need some sand and that's going to fill that up. So if I just do this first. Perfect. And wow, I've been through nearly 2 ones to do this so far. There's sand here. I might just manually put this in because it's going to make a bigger mess than it's worth. Nope, that's not right. See? That one shouldn't be there. Here we go. I hope that sort of makes more sense of what I'm trying to do and where this is going. If not, feel free to ask a question down below. And I don't think there was anything else I really wanted to cover today. You can see, I think there's the log for the tree. So everything's progressing. It is taking a little bit longer than I expected, but that's more just because of personal life causing problems for me. You know, weather and things, so much fun. But if you have any questions or suggestions on what else I can do, please feel free to leave a comment below. Otherwise, I will catch you again next week. Take care. Bye-bye. Did you really think I wasn't going to do another post-credit thing that I'd forgotten to do during the episode? I figured out, I don't think I mentioned this in the last episode, so if I did, I'm really sorry. But I figured out why the dank null was working sometimes, but not other times. Like, I can do that. But then if I try and do it, oh. Yeah. I'm not going to edit this out. Just live with it. It won't take long. But if I were to try and do it again, I can't remember where I did that. I wouldn't mind using the same spot. But yeah, so from here, I can quite easily just place some sand. There we go. But if I did it from here while shifting, that shouldn't work. This dank now. Seriously, like. So that works, but then from here, it worked. I'm confused. So this is not how it was doing things earlier. What I believe it's meant to be. There we go. So that's, see? So if I shift and click. Shift and click. Right. At some point I'll figure this out. It doesn't always do what it's doing. It's really driving me a little bit crazy. But what it's meant to be is while you are over, like you're standing on almost an air block, doesn't matter where you click, it won't open the GUI or GUI. Whereas if you are on solid blocks, it does. So I think that's what was happening, where I was trying to place blocks and it will work while I'm over the edge, but then I might have been further in and then it would open the GUI. But for some reason it's deciding not to do it now. I know there was an update recently. I think I'm using that so that it works on half slabs. So maybe that's affecting this, but who knows? Maybe one day we'll know what happened. Until then, bye-bye.